Scene 6. Interior Library Tower. Trivelator. Day. Together, Aedon and Faeraud step onto a triangular platform. This trivelator whisks them up toward the top floor. Glancing above, through the ceiling window, they notice the torch stretching into the sky. Its base is a gigantic tower, topped by a flame, ruffled in the wind.
Seems like we never left.
We were never here, Aedon.
A pudgy Educatory maid, Osethan, rides up next to them on another trivelator slab.
Have you found a date for Eve of Aperturia, Aedon? Want to ask my frog out?
Osethan shoves a crystallized amphibian toward his face. Faeraud snatches it away, examining.
Interesting piece, Osethan. Still looks kinda alive.
Passing on a downward trivelator, Oretia lowers her head, flipping bangs across her face, ignoring them.
Maybe I'll ask Oretia.
Isn't she a boy?
If you want to ask a boy, you should have asked Faeraud.
The trivelator ramps to a stop at the top level, near the entrance of the tower. Down the corridor, the mystery lady disappears into a room. Vault entrance. The librarian cocks his head, back and forth, trying to see around the lamp. Finally he stands, balancing on his hoofs. The mystery lady, Atiana, stops to accept his respectful bow. Her long hair almost floats when she turns to greet the upset elder, Instructioneer. Yenocha.
I am certain Faeraud is connected with its disappearance.
Atiana tosses a glance of disbelief.
And that grey-bander Aedon has been hanging with him of late.
Instructioneer Yenocha. Do I detect a man growing old and bitter?
When the illumination bulbs came back on, I discovered...
Certainly you didn't bring me here, all the way from our Asterian moon, to spank a couple misbehaved Educatory mates.
I was about to summon their fathers, but you know the issue regarding the One.
A sorcerer using an enchantment could break through its protection.
Only Asterians are allowed to use such magic. Are you suggesting...
What did you see?
The door. It was open a slit. At first I thought it was due to the energy burst, but when it wouldn't close properly...
I was notified. Immediately I proceeded to inventory the tower.
Atiana begins a visual inspection of the doorway to the vault. Behind it, a stairway winds higher.
The scroll. Are you certain that it's missing?
Yes, my lady. There are a few who know where any of the Rataka scrolls are hidden.
Turning to librarian. Yet you seem to have known.
Speculation has always burned as bright as the flame above.
Yenocha points to the door latch. It's intact.
Thank Yaswen, the other two scrolls remained hidden in someone else's library. With the Asterian's powers weakening... sorry.
The scrolls were hidden away so they would not fall to the clutches of evil. And with their sealment, the powers they once gave us did diminish. A dilemma we foresaw. Yet this was the best choice.
Interrogation Chamber. Volumes of scrolls and writings wallpaper the chamber. Scientific instruments dot deliberately placed tables. Some of them slowly spin, active in motion. Yenocha's sandals clunk across the wooden floor. He paces, tapping his hip, then raises the looking glass to his eye.
When the illumination bulbs faded earlier...
Nervously, Aedon shuffles in, almost tripping. Catching sight of Atiana, he quickly pulls himself together.
Atiana, Fordu.
A pleasant smile crosses Atiana's face, and she slides to the side of her plushly draped bench.
Fordu, Aedon. Come sit next to me.
Yenocha scrunches his cheeks with disapproval.
It has been many sun cycles since we've spoken.
I've missed your visits.
Your father?
Worthless me, not even a copy parrot. Alas, I've made new friends. They're my family now.
You have always surrounded yourself with those who are with honor.
As Aedon opens his mouth, perhaps to spill what he knows.
Sands drain in the hourglass.
When the illumination bulbs went black, what did you see?
Can one be expected to see much in the dark?
Then you never left the Educatory?
The energy burst lasted well into the evening. Even you left, Master Yenocha. What is this all about?
There are dangers associated with unapproved magic poems.
A few sun cycles back, when I taught the Rataka here, Aedon was my best pupil.
I remember the teachings well.
Then you recall that the papyrus on which they are written must remain sealed?
Aedon stirs, putting his hands into the pockets of his toga, lifting a finger.
At Apaturia, after your registration, come to the Irminsul.
Noticing Aedon's worry,
For an Apaturia gift I have for you.
Aedon nods with a bow, walking backwards to depart.
Certainly, he wasn't telling all he knew.
Mouths may loosen after the registration of youth are bestowed. There will be less apprehension of expulsion then.
Inocha sits, pinching the bridge of his nose with worry.
Should one of the Ratikas become unsealed, the evil sayer might slip in and empower and uproot her.
The beginning to the end of our era appears close. Many concerning winds blow against the tide.